The first round of early voting for the August 8th special election is already underway with overseas ballots sent out Friday, but boards of elections had to scramble ahead of that deadline.
Elections officials had to make a last-minute change to the Issue 1 ballot language following an error from Secretary of State Frank LaRose's office. 2 News reporter Riley Phillips joins us live now to break down what happened and how this impacts the election. Riley?
Brooke and John, the good news is many of the boards of elections in our area did not start printing their large ballot orders yet, so they were able to quickly change the language before ballots were sent overseas. But this did cost them some time. A last-minute change right before the first round of absentee ballots went out. The ballot language for Issue 1 was certified on June 13th, and the Secretary of State's office sent over the language to all 88 boards of elections. But on June 20th, those election officials were told whatever the Secretary of State's office sent over was not correct.
There was some missing parts of the language, and one other word was switched.
Director of Elections for the state, Chris Burnett, sent an email calling it a transcription error and attached the correct ballot language. Jeff Rezebeck, the director of the Montgomery County Board of Elections, says they had to work quickly to make changes.
Thursday afternoon, we had to go through our proofing process, rewrite that language or make the adjustment on that language. And then begin that second proof.
Rezebeck says they usually send their ballot orders to be printed a little later than other counties, which helped them dodge any major setbacks from this error. In Miami County, Deputy Director of the BOE, Ian Ridgway, says they had already printed their test ballots.
We had started testing all of our equipment on Tuesday, and we got, a pretty good amount of the way through testing our equipment before we got that updated ballot language.
Both counties lost about a day's worth of work because of this error, but some counties in Ohio had already placed their ballot orders. In his email, Burnett apologized for the inconvenience and said any costs associated with fixing the error will be covered by the Secretary of State's office. Although boards of elections have already been stretched thin by the tight turnaround for the August special election, Ridgway says they stay ready for anything.
Just the nature of our jobs, whatever cards we're dealt, we work with and we make it happen.
And according to the Secretary of State's office, all 601 overseas ballots were in compliance Friday and were able to be sent out. Boards of elections are now gearing up for the start of in-person early voting, which is July 11th, and they still need poll workers for Election Day on August 8th. To find out more about becoming a poll worker, head over to WDTN.com. In the studio, Riley Phillips, 2 News.